Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and through you to the members. We are facing an epidemic in Massachusetts. It's an epidemic called drug addiction, and it's taking hold of our young people. When I was an assistant district attorney and an assistant attorney general assigned to the Medicaid Fraud Division, I experienced firsthand an investigation where a pill doctor was flooding the market with pain medications, even though his practice didn't entail the management or treatment of pain. We interviewed a confidential informant who was at the time incarcerated, and I went and spoke with this individual with an investigator. When we concluded the interview of this person, I asked him out of curiosity what the appeal was of OxyContin. And he looked at me and he said, "The best hit I ever had of heroin was the first one. Every hit that I've had since then was chasing that first hit of heroin." He looked at me and he said, "The first time I bit into a tablet of OxyContin, I felt like I did the first time I took a hit of heroin. That's the power of OxyContin." He said to me, if I took a bite out of a 120 milligram tablet of OxyContin, I would die. But he could do it because he was a drug addict. Our kids today think that if they take a prescription tablet, it's okay because it comes in a bottle with a label. These kids are tragically getting hooked on Percocet and OxyContin and other opioids. They're good kids. They make a judgment decision that's a tragic one. When they bite into one of those OxyContin tablets, they're on their way. A 40 milligram tablet on the street will cost you $1 a milligram. That kid will spend all of his savings to keep up with the habit. When he can't afford that OxyContin anymore, he'll begin to steal from his family. Then he'll steal from his neighbors. Then he'll steal from the community at large. And when that teenager can no longer support the OxyContin habit, they'll then go to heroin. A bag of heroin today costs less than a six-pack of beer, and it's deadly. And when that kid takes that first hit of heroin, whether he snorts it or he smokes it or he takes it intravenously, that kid is gone. He's gone. And it's a tragedy. And we're here today to do something about it. Many of our addicted teenagers and young people make it back through courage and effort, through recovery. But that addiction will follow that youngster for the rest of their lives like a shadow, and it's sad. And we're here today to do something about it. This legislation takes a big step in that direction. We have to stop the supply of prescription drugs on our street. And this is a way to do it by monitoring the dispensation of prescription drugs. By implementing this reporting mechanism, we will make it easier to track trends in abuse, not just in opioids, but also in benzodiazepines and other forms of controlled substances. We will be able to look at trends of abuse. We will be able to look at certain pill doctors that are flooding the market. We'll be able to look at forged scripts, doctor shopping. Right now it's a 7-day reporting requirement, but the hope is that we'll get to real time. And with real time, we'll be able to really monitor these trends. And through the access to this information, by prosecutors, we'll be giving them the tools to go after people who are gaming the system, who are flooding our market with these dangerous prescription drugs. And we'll be making a difference in the fight that we're all engaged in as community activists in our areas to make sure that we're doing something about the abuse of prescription drugs and doing something about addiction in our young population. You know, I've had the opportunity recently to travel throughout Norfolk County, and I can tell you that communities are concerned about prescription drugs, and they're concerned about the path that it leads to, and they're concerned about the fact that our kids are getting hooked on illicit drugs. This legislation goes a long way to making a difference in these communities. And it doesn't matter whether it's a town like Braintree or Weymouth or Randolph or a city like Quincy. This legislation is going to make a difference to law enforcement, to parents, to all of us. So I rise in support of this legislation. I look forward to the vote today. I thank the chair for bringing it forward. I thank the speaker for his leadership on the issue. And I ask my colleagues to join me and others in supporting this important step towards a safer community for all of us. Thank you.